Some theft doesn't happen in the dark. It happens in the daylight. Slow, quiet, polite. You don't even notice it until years later when you realize whole seasons of your life are gone. Let's name the truth most people never do. You think waiting is safe until you realize it's been quietly robbing you blind. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. I spent too many years preparing to start my business, reading books, taking courses, waiting for the perfect moment. You know what I was really doing? Outsourcing my future to someday. You're not procrastinating, you're being loyal to the version of you that learned someone else was more qualified to run your life. Every time you wait for permission, you're not being responsible. You're rehearsing powerlessness. Every time you let someone else decide, you're not being flexible, you're practicing invisibility. The person who waits for perfect conditions, they're not careful. They're scared of being seen as the person who makes things happen. Let me share what nobody tells you. Taking the wheel of your life means admitting you were qualified all along. And that realization, it rewrites everything. Research shows that procrastination isn't laziness. It's often stress, fear, or perfectionism with complex underlying psychological factors that serve as protection mechanisms. Here's where the science gets scary. Ferrari's 2018 research in the North American Journal of Psychology found that inaction itself creates regret by putting off decisions or by not taking any action at all. But it goes deeper than regret. Hesitation doesn't just steal your time, it literally rewires your nervous system. Brain imaging studies reveal that procrastination is the result of a constant battle between the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex. It teaches your body that safety comes from standing still. It programs your brain to believe other people's urgency is more important than your own vision. I've watched brilliant people become ghosts in their own lives, not because they lacked talent, but because they got addicted to the comfort of not yet. You can't see the price tag while you're paying it. Regret theory research confirms this. The conscious anticipation of regret creates a feedback loop that traps us in the status quo bias. You only notice when the bill comes due, in the form of missed chances or a life you no longer recognize. Right now, there is a version of you that exists only in potential, the one who takes imperfect action, who trusts their judgment, who stops asking for permission to lead their own life. That version isn't waiting for you to get ready. They're waiting for you to remember who you've always been. The research confirms it. While decisions to act produce more regret in the short term, long-term studies reveal the opposite pattern. We regret what we didn't try more than what we attempted. Before you delay, defer, or delegate your next move, ask, if I knew the clock was running out, would I still wait? If the answer is no, move. Not because the action is perfect, but because you're the person who moves. Studies also show that self-control failure is the source of many difficulties people face in their lives, particularly around decision-making and taking action on important goals. You'll rarely regret action you took from alignment. You'll almost always regret the thing you didn't even try. Here's what to do this week. Audit the loyalty. Write down one area where you've been waiting and ask, am I being patient or am I being loyal to the version of me that thinks I need permission? The 48-hour rule. For decisions that matter, Give yourself 48 hours max to take the next step, not to finish, to start. And claim your steering wheel. Say it out loud. I don't wait for permission to run my own life. I am qualified to make my own calls. If hesitation has been your co-pilot, it's time to kick it out of the car. You don't need permission to drive your own life. Book your identity clarity call using the link in the notes, and let's pinpoint exactly where you've been outsourcing your power so you can take it back and lead from who you actually are. Our next episode is Break Free from Comparison. Your unique journey matters. Because comparison isn't inspiration, it's identity erosion. We'll look at how measuring yourself against others quietly convinces you that your timeline doesn't matter, and how to reclaim your own pace. Until then, lead true, decide fast, own your life. The version of you that's been waiting, they're ready now. Catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.